Hi there, this is David, and welcome to New RPG News. I am back at home now. I am back home from my 2-week vacation over in Australia and New Zealand. I am super glad to be back in my recording studio, back here, back ready to, play some games because I didn't have my systems or anything there. It was also nice to unplug at the same time, at least as much unplugging as I do. Anyway, we have a lot of stuff to talk about today, from some Final Fantasy VII news, Unicorn Overlord, Pokemon, Namco Bandai doing some weird stuff, and Legend of Dragoon? Yeah, there's some news there too. Anyway, let's start here with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth Demo, Dawn of a New Era in Yunnan. Update is now available. This is a brand new demo available on the PlayStation Store for the PS5. It says it expands upon the previous released Fall of a Hero in Nibelheim demo with a preview of the game's vast world. It says this takes place in Chapter 4 of the game, right after you leave the Mithril Mines and you make your way over to Yunnan. And then you'll see Yuffie, and then it kind of ends after that. I made a video about this back whenever I played it several months ago. And it says here, now is the perfect time to download the 2-part demo to prepare for the worldwide release of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Players who complete the first part, The Fall of the Hero in Nibelheim, will receive the Kupo Charm and Survival Set demo incentives and be given the option to skip the same section in the full game upon release. I love that whenever a demo doesn't waste your time. You know what I mean? Kind of like the Unicorn Overlord demo that we just got, where it gives you the beginning of the game, and then it's like, hey, whenever you buy the game, you're not going to have to replay this section. It's just going to kind of get saved and transfer over. It doesn't waste your time, and it's the same thing here. So if you're looking forward to this game like I am, then make sure that you play this demo, and you get to see a lot more of the open world aspects. Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance has been announced for the PS5, Xbox, PS4, Switch, and PC. Told you so. I put out a video about this back whenever the South Korean rating board kind of leaked this, and I was like, hey, this was previously released by, this was previously leaked by someone who's known for their PlayStation leaks, and this was already released on the Switch, and this is Atlas, and they do Xbox. And I was like, hey, it's going to get released for every single console because of that. And I had a lot of people in the comments, a lot of naysayers being like, no, I don't think so. It's only going to be released for such and such. Told you so. So, this is coming out on June 21st worldwide, but pre-orders will open on February the 27th. This is an enhanced version of the original SMT5, which originally launched for the Switch exclusively in November of 2021. And it says that this allows players to enjoy the story of Shin Megami Tensei 5 in its entirety with a full new story path that was untold in the original. Massively expanded with new areas, demons, and music, this features more accessible gameplay, an improved battle system, new demon experiences, and greater field exploration. Pre-orders for the Nintendo Switch family of systems are physical only, and then there's PS5, PS4, Steam, Xbox, and PC that will begin on February 27th. Then it says details on digital pre-orders for the Nintendo Switch will be announced at a later date. So this is nice that it is getting a physical release. And then here, this is how it's really different here. Because at the start of the game, you're going to choose between 2 different story paths. You can play the story told in the original version, which is the canon of the creation, or a brand new canon of vengeance. So if you've already played the first game, there is a whole new story path here. If you do repurchase this, it's not like you're just getting little small upgrades here and there. You're actually getting a whole new story experience. And it says, this dramatic new tale of revenge introduces brand new characters, an enigmatic cohort of demons called the Quadistu? I don't know. A brand new dungeon and map to explore. Additionally, the original SMT5 battle system, demon merging, and field exploration have been evolved and expanded in this newest entry to the series. And this does follow the main scenario of SMT5, but it changes drastically during the latter half of the game. So what it seems to me is you start off normally, and then eventually it's kind of split into a different path, and it says the outcome will be completely different, and you can enjoy the 2 divergent stories to your heart's content. Let me know how you feel about this in the comments. Let me know how you feel about Atlas kind of taking their games, they always do this, mostly with Persona, but now they're doing it with other games, where they take their game, they put it in a vanilla version, and then a couple years later, oh hey, by the way, here's the complete version. We've seen it a lot lately, so let me know how you guys feel about all that. Let's talk Namco Bandai now. Last week I came to y'all because Namco Bandai was canceling 5 of their games. They didn't say which 5 games they were canceling, but they were canceling 5 games, and they said that their revenue was down like 96% or something crazy like that. I couldn't believe it. And a lot of the people in the comments were like, hey David, that's because Elden Ring came out the year before, and stupid me. I'm like, oh, Elden Ring. It didn't even occur to me because, Western RPG, so yeah. So Elden Ring expansion, The Shadow of the Erd Tree, is launching June 21st. I guess this is their way of wanting to recoup some of those losses. It's launching for $40 frickin' dollars. God, does that come with a blowjob too? Holy crap. It's going to feature an all-new story set in the Land of Shadow, imbued with mystery, perilous dungeons, new enemies, weapons, and equipment. You'll discover uncharted territories, face formidable adversaries, and revel in the satisfying triumph of victory. Dive into the riveting interplay of characters where drama and intrigue intertwine that create an immersive experience to savor and enjoy. Speaking of complete editions, I still haven't played the original Elden Ring because, Western RPG, and now that there's this expansion pack that cost $40 in addition to the game already costing like $60, I'm probably just going to wait till the complete edition comes out, because we all know that will be coming probably next year. More Namco Bandai news. We know that Digimon was not one of those canceled games, because the next Digimon story game is still underway, even though the producer of the Digimon games is stepping down. Kazumasa Habu is no longer the producer of the Digimon games at Bandai Namco. It says, due to personnel changes within the company, I will no longer be the producer of the Digimon games, they said in a tweet. In fact, I have not been in that role since last April, and I've been quietly passing the baton. Please rest assured that the new Digimon story game continues to be in development under its trusted director and team. Then it says, our last update on the next Digimon story game was in February 2022, where Habu revealed that it is set in the digital world and that Olympus 12 will appear as a central character of the story. The game was first announced to be in development back in December of 2017? That's like 6 years ago. And while not announced, it is possible that you'll hear more about this title at the Digimon Con 2024 held on March 9th. So yeah, probably more than likely we will get more information on March 9th about this title, but rest easy, Digimon was not one of the canceled games. Shockingly, Sword Art Online was also not one of the canceled games. Like, has there been a good Sword Art Online? I think it was like Hollow Realization that people were saying was like the best one. I'm pretty sure that's what people were saying in the comments, but like all the other ones have been hot gutter trash. So anyway, this series is still here to stay and still pumping them out year by year by year by year by year, never ending Sword Art Online. So this is Fractured Daydream, and as for the PS5, Xbox, Switch, and PC, due out sometime this year worldwide. And I'm just going to read about it right here. It says, worlds collide, blades unite. For new and seasoned Sword Art Online anime fans, this delivers the ultimate co-op raid battle experience, featuring all new gameplay mechanics and a dream lineup of over 20 all-star characters from across the universe. This is the ultimate Sword Art Online action game for Sword Art Online fans. And this boasts over 20 playable characters from across the universe, spanning the IP's anime seasons 1 through 3 and the movie series. And it features an all-new original storyline where all these different worlds collide, and it says with out-of-the-box interactions between the different characters, enemies become allies, the dead become undead. Isn't that lovely? What would happen if characters from separate Sword Art Online worlds and timelines collided? Oh no! If a change past is the difference between life and death, how far would someone go to ensure that they get a second chance? Who knows? I won't, because I probably won't play it, because these games all suck. Pentiment is coming to the PS5, PS4, and Switch on February 22nd. I know nothing about this game because, Xbox. And I don't have an Xbox because there's not really any RPGs on the Xbox. So I pretty much just kind of ignore everything that was released over on that system. at least exclusively, but now that it's being released on systems that I actually own, I kind of want to pay attention to it. And from the screenshots and everything I see in the trailer and the videos, it kind of looks pretty cool, I've gotta say. It looks like these like medieval weirdo drawings that you see in like the Middle Ages and the Renaissance and everything. And it says that not only is this going to be releasing, but Limited Run Games announced that they will be producing a physical version of this game as well. And it will be open from February the 22nd to March 24th if you wanted to pre-order that. And it says, from Obsidian, this game is a historical narrative-driven game focusing on character development, heavily stylized art, and choice-driven storytelling from the early 16th century Bavaria. Players will play as Andreas Mahler, a clever illustrator caught up in a series of murders in Tassing and, good God, Kearsau Abbey over the course of 25 years. Players will be responsible for conducting their own investigations to decide the fate of the community, but each decision will have lasting consequences and expertly draw Andreas closer to the center of an underlying conspiracy. And the key feature, what I think is so cool, I love the art style. It says, Illustrated World, experienced 16th century Europe as the master artists of the time saw them. Art inspired by the great illuminated manuscripts and the earliest printed books become a living, breathing world in Pentiment. This looks very, very cool, very, very interesting. If you've played this already over on the Xbox, let me know in the comments how this game is. I would really love to know your opinions on this game, because I really know nothing about it besides what I've seen in this trailer and read in this article right here. Hey now, Unicorn Overlord Demo is now available for the Switch! It's launching on February the 23rd for the PS5, Xbox, and PS4, and all save data from the demo will be carried over to the full game. So that demo is available right now. Go play it. I made a video on it, and it's fan-frickin-tastic. Gotta say. It's now available for the Switch, and it's also available for the PS5, Xbox, and PS4. It was first available for the Switch, but now it's available for all the systems to play. You have no excuse. And now I want to talk a little bit more about this game, just look at it a little bit more in depth. This video is brought to you by Unicorn Overlord, a retro throwback fantasy strategy RPG where you and your allies embark on an epic adventure to reclaim your stolen kingdom by forging alliances and liberating kingdoms, all while exploring an expansive world filled to the brim with stunning visuals. I personally truly feel that the classic 16 and 32-bit gaming era was just the golden age of RPGs, and this is a heroic tale that pays homage to those games of yore, with gorgeous 2D aesthetics along with modern quality of life improvements. And there's 3 difficulty levels, so it's accessible for everyone who wants to put their real-time strategy skills to the test. Also, it has about like 40 to 50 hours of gameplay to boot. But don't just take my word for it that it's a great game. There's also a demo that was recently released which carries over all your progress into the main game. So, you have nothing to lose, and what are you waiting for? Be sure to pre-order your copy now, which releases on March 8th, 2024 digitally on the Nintendo Switch, Xbox Series X and S, PS5, PS4, and then physically for the Nintendo Switch, Xbox Series X, and PS5. And now, let's go on back to the news. We have a release date! Fantasy's Life, The Girl Who Steals Time is going to launch on October the 10th for the Nintendo Switch exclusively. But it does say that other platforms may be considered or are currently undecided right now, so it might be coming to other ones. We just don't know, but for right now, it is Switch exclusive. The storyline synopsis. An uninhabited isle somewhere in the seas of Bavaria. On this island lies a mystery that no one has been able to solve. A gaping hole, a dragon made of bone, and a girl's message that begs you to save the world. This is your story, 1,000 years in the making, and you journey between 2 time periods to discover the truth of this game. And there's a lot more stuff here that was revealed that I'm not really going to go over. I've gone over this game ad nauseum. Just know this, I am very excited for it. This game looks pretty cool. Millenia is launching on March the 26th. Pre-orders are available right now. This is a turn-based strategy game in the same vein as something like Civilization. It's going to be costing $40, but pre-orders are available and include the game's official soundtrack. It says here, create your own nation in Millenia, a historical turn-based 4X game? I don't know what that means. What is a 4X game? Like 4 times the speed? I don't know what a 4X game is. I have no idea. That challenges your strategic prowess across 10,000 years of history, from the dawn of humanity to all of our possible futures. Set the course of history and experience different timelines in every playthrough as you write an epic story through your actions. Lead your people through times of crisis and ages of discovery, face great challenges and opportunities, and build a civilization that prospers through the ages. You can dictate the course of history across these 10 different ages, from the first cities all the way up to space travel. Accomplish certain objectives, and you can move from time into a variant age, which is an alternate history with new rules, new technologies, and new units. But beware the crisis ages. Following a path of chaos and disorder may plunge the world into a future filled with war, sickness, and ignorance. Customize your nation by adopting unique nation spirits over the course of your game. Will you be a nation of warriors or explorers? Are your people led by a great Khan or a builder of monuments? Are you known for defining pop culture or dominating global finance? What parts of your culture will reverberate across history? I loved Civilization back in the day. It was one of the first games that I got for the computer whenever we got a computer. I think it was like, I played Lemmings. Oh, I think it was called Warcraft. I want to say it was called Warcraft. It was the one where you had like orcs or goblins or something, or you could choose like the humans and you built like fortresses and you like attacked each other. I think it was called Warcraft. I'm pretty sure it was called Warcraft. Anyway, we had that one, and then we had Civilization. And Civilization was the one that I played all the time. I loved it. Didn't really like the Civilization Alpha Centauri one, though. I didn't play that as much as I played normal Civilization. Just like the really old, like 95 Civilization I'm talking about. I loved that one. Little square boxes moving around and everything. Such a good game, and this reminds me so much of it. We have another new game announcement. This is a puzzle adventure game. It's called Arranger. It's announced for the PS5, Switch, and PC due out sometime this year. We don't have a firm release date, but this just looks interesting. It's a adventure that follows the story of Gemma, a small-town misfit on a journey of self-discovery. Of course, because they're always on a journey of self-discovery. God forbid they're on a journey of, like, slaughtering evil revenge or anything. No, just self-discovery, power of friendship. Venturing out beyond her stiflingly cozy confines, she finds an aspiring world, but also one ruled by fear and a strange, immovable static force. Can she disrupt the culture of stagnation and find a place to fit into it? Gameplay takes place on a unique interconnected grid that spans the entire world, snappily uniting movement, exploration, and combat. When Gemma moves, the world moves with her, creating both a playful sense of chaos and a regular stream of small, thoughtful puzzles that twist and play with the central mechanic. Whenever I was looking this up, I was like, I don't know if I want to include this in the news. It's not really like JRPG-ish. And then I looked at the trailer, and I'm like, oh, this actually looks really freaking cool. So I figured that I would bring this up, and I thought that this was nice too. It says it's an 8 to 10 hour campaign with various assist options so that you only get as stuck as you want to be. Because like, there's something to be said for like doing a puzzle game and having a fun time with it, but whenever you're like stuck for like more than 10 minutes or something, you just want to like throw the damn game at the window, so it's nice to have those assist options too. The Nintendo Switch Online service has added in quite a number of games, from the SNES to the N64 to the NES. Over here, across this side of the pond, we got RC Pro-Am, where that yellow car cheats. Frickin' cheating ass yellow car, I still hate it to this damn day. Snake Rattle and Roll. And then we got Super Nintendo games like Battletoads and Killer Instinct. I remember I had Killer Instinct, I want to say for the N64. We never did get it for the SNES, but we had it for the N64, I'm pretty freaking sure. And then N64 title Blast Core is available. However, over on Japan, guess what they got? Mother 3. Did we get Mother 3? No! God frickin' forbid. And speaking of Mother 3, the Mother creator politely asked fans to bother Nintendo, not him, over the Mother 3 English release, because it is not his decision. This was translated by the Twitter user Stealth. It says, Itoy says that fans need to talk to Nintendo about an official Mother 3 localization, not him. He hasn't been super involved in the video game industry in almost 20 years. Leave the poor guy alone. His tweet said via machine translation, please talk to Nintendo about that, not me. He has no say in this whatsoever, the poor man. So yeah, if you want this game, bombard Nintendo, not him. Leave the poor guy alone. Speaking of the Japanese Nintendo Direct, there was another game put out over there that was not in our Nintendo Direct. This is from Furyu and Natsume announcing a Shibuya set action RPG Reynatis for the PS4, PS5, and Nintendo Switch. I probably mispronounced all of that, but whatevs. This is by Furyu, who put out the fantastic Trinity Trigger. However, this isn't giving me Trinity Trigger vibes. This is giving me Eternites and Cry Machina vibes, which I am not a fan of. But anywho, cannot judge a game till the game is actually out. It says it's a juvenile... Oh, good God, this just gets worse. A juvenile action RPG set in realistic Shibuya Tokyo, where two protagonists in different positions fight the world that they desire. Modern-day Shibuya Tokyo, where magic exists, and Marin Kirazumi is a wizard who has obtained power free from anyone's constraints and aim for freedom, but Sari Nishijima desires an orderly world and keeps wizards under control. The story begins to unfold when these two protagonists from different backgrounds meet. Hopefully, they rename them in the English version of the game because I just cannot pronounce any of this. But anyway, more than likely, this will probably get an English localization. They seem to be releasing just about everything worldwide nowadays anyway. We have a new telephone game, Astris, that is not a free-to-play game. In fact, this will cost $10 to play, and it's coming out for the iOS and Android on February the 27th for that $10. Hopefully that means no microtransactions. You already paid your fee up front, and you call it a day. This is a real-time, turn-based hybrid 3D RPG. It says, as an investigator, you'll delve into the world of Alindo and embark on a wondrous interstellar adventure. When the first satellite passes through the atmosphere, we believe that we shall conquer the universe someday. Now I realized humans are solely extending the boundaries of the Earth, left the kaleidoscopic world behind. I don't know what that means, but whatevs. It says, have you ever thought that morning sea in front of you has lost its warmth? No, I don't know what that means. What is this talking about? God, hopefully the translation for this game is better than the translation for this article, because good Lord. We are struggling in the shallow waters when tides over the shore. We are stranded on the sandbank when waves recede. Every single star shall rejoice and lament. Go through the storm and transcend eternity. Bon voyage. What? This is what the story's about? Like, what is that? I don't even know what that means. What in the world? God. Okay, whatever. It says, explore a planet in an entirely locked orbit. A realm where the sun never sets. Split into two distinct hemispheres by massive ring-shaped storms, this planet is home to bizarre creatures and intelligent beings remarkably similar to humans. On an RV journey, you're driving around in an RV? What? You'll explore foreign lands with diverse local cultures, collect memories of extraordinary encounters, and unravel the mystery behind looming storms. I don't know. You're fighting with swords, and you're casting magical spells on this diverse thing. Hey, guy, let's get into our RV and drive around like road rules. Like, what? And then this story? Like, I don't know, ma'am. I don't know. Anyway, if you're looking forward... If you're looking forward to this, it comes out on February 22nd or 27th for $10. There's Pokemon Day 2024. Pokemon Presents set for February the 27th at 6 a.m. Pacific Time, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. You'll be able to watch it on YouTube in English or Japanese, and it says the broadcast will feature exciting Pokemon news in celebration of Pokemon Day 2024. The last thing that we heard about Pokemon was that they were actually going to, step it up because they have competition for Power World now. So hopefully the next Pokemon game coming onto the Switch, deals with the bugs, deals with the glitches, deals with those graphical issues that we've had, makes it a little bit better. That would be nice. What a concept. And our last story of the day, the beloved PS1 jrpg The Legend of Dragoon is getting its very own PC port. But it ain't what you think. This is not an official, taking the game and putting it onto Steam. This is actually an upgraded version, a fan-made upgraded version, and it will be free as well, so that's kind of nice. It says here, in an era where new decompilations seem to pop up every other day, a group of talented fans are releasing The Legend of Dragoon from the shackles of emulators and old gray plastic. with the Severed Chains project. While it's definitely still early days for an upcoming PC port, Severed Chains promises a slew of modern advantages over playing the 1999 original through an emulator. The enhancements include higher quality audio, a 4K resolution with upscaled, pre-rendered backgrounds, 60 frames per second animations, mouse support for the menus, hopefully it has controller support. Who the hell wants mouse support for a JRPG? Get controller support, but what ifs? A variety of optional quality of life features like unlimited item slots. Holla frickin' Luya! Can you also make additions just do additional damage instead of your normal attack dealing like 3 damage, and then the additions dealing like 100 damage? Because I can't do an addition to save my life, but anywho. Instant load times and modding API. I don't know what that means. I am not tech savvy. I've said this a million times. I know that a lot of y'all out there are very computer savvy, computer gurus, and you could probably tell me a million times what modding API means, but I have no clue. Anyway, that's it for... oh my god, I'm talking too much. That's it for this week's new RPG news. Let me know what y'all thought about it. Let me know what you're most excited for. Let me know in the comments, and as always, have a good day.